Welcome to the fight of the week. I'm Don Dunphy, your ringside commentator. Boxing returns to Madison Square Garden tonight with welterweight champion Emile Griffith of New York facing Don Fullmer of West Jordan, Utah in a 10-round middleweight bout. Griffith, who was born in the Virgin Islands 24 years ago, is giving serious consideration to contending for the middleweight crown. His welterweight title is not at stake tonight. Currently possessing a winning streak of 6 straight, Griffith took the title from the late Benny Kid Perrette last March and successfully defended against Ralph Dupas in July. Overall, he has won 31, dropped 3 decisions, and knocked out 11. Don Fullmer, brother of World Boxing Association middleweight champion Gene, was born in Murray, Utah 23 years ago. More of a boxing stylist than his rugged brother, Fullmer hopes to succeed to the title if Gene should lose or relinquish it. His record shows 27 victories, 6 losses, and 1 draw. He has scored 9 KOs and was stopped on cuts by Teddy Wright. Fullmer at 5'8.5" is an inch taller than Griffith. At the New York Commission weigh-in today, Griffith was 151, with Fullmer 159 3/4. In just a moment, we'll bring you the 10-round middleweight fight between Emile Griffith and Don Fullmer. And now all set to take the show on the road in the Garden, Johnny Addy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. 1 week from tonight, undefeated Wilbert Skeeter McClure will meet Gomeo Brennan of Bimini. 2 weeks from tonight, Zora Foley and the West Side heavyweight contender, Doug Jones. Doug Jones. Here's one of the hardest punchers in the heavyweight division, Mike D. John. And the always popular former lightweight and welterweight champion, Vonnie Ross. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the ring officials assigned by the New York State Athletic Commission. The judges, Joe Eppie, Johnny Dran. The timekeeper, George Bannon. Counting for the knockdowns, Johnny Colan. And the referee for the main event, Arthur Mercanti. 10 rounds. From West Jordan, Utah, wearing white trunks, weighing 159 3/4, Don Fullmer. His opponent, formerly of the Virgin Islands, now living on the west side of New York, wearing black trunks. He weighs 151, the welterweight king, Emile Griffith. Main event, over the weight match, 10 rounds.
Good evening, Emile and Don. You both know the rules of the New York State Athletic Commission. The 3 most important rules to remember are, in the event of a knockdown, you must take an 8 count. 3 knockdowns in 1 round will automatically end the contest. On the command break, step back. You will be penalized for holding and fouling. Shake hands now, come out boxing.
There's a big crowd turned out here in the Garden for this middleweight bout, and there was a fine card of preliminaries about which we'll tell you later. Emile Griffith was 156 pounds for his last fight with Denny Moyer in July, 151 tonight. Fullmer, a little heavy at 159 3/4. As Johnny said, the welterweight title of Griffith is not at stake. Fullmer has done very well with swingers like Rocky Fiumarelli and Rocky Rivero, but has had trouble with boxers like Teddy Wright. Now, Emile Griffith is both a puncher and a boxer, and he does both very well. Griffith always tries to keep those hands high, close to the body. Feeling out process here in round 1 of this 10-rounder. Both boys feet to the left hook. Griffith perhaps hitting a little bit harder with it. Fullmer has a good left jab. Griffith throws good combinations. Griffith is showing a healthy respect for the West Jordan boy so far. Hardly a punch landed yet. Griffith following a good left. One minute to go in round one. Arthur McCanny, the referee, staying out of the picture. Griffith has his hands a little bit higher now. First clinch of the fight. Ten seconds to go in round one. There's the bell. Round two at Madison Square Garden. Emile Griffith, the welterweight champion, whose title is not at stake in the black trunks. Don Fullmer, the legitimate middleweight, in the white trunks. Arthur Mercanti, the referee. Round one was pretty tame. Now they figure to speed it up. Griffith is starting to press the pace a little bit. Fullmer looks over anxious. Fullmer not able to penetrate that guard that Griffith has put up. Less than 2 minutes to go in round two. Fullmer did very well overseas, comparatively. He had a draw with Bobby Schultz, the German champion. Lost a very unpopular decision to Terry Downs in England. Griffith is going to fight Teddy Wright in November overseas, or rather October 17th in Vienna. Heavy leather has been prominent by its absence so far. Boys relying mostly on left jabs. There's the bell ending round two. Let's go back to the corner with the welterweight champion, Emile Griffith. Facing him, co-manager and trainer, Gil Clancy. Leaning in from the right-hand side, the famous milliner, Howard Albert, who's also a co-manager of Griffith, and the very popular and knowledgeable handler of fighters, who is scrubbing off the brow, Sid Martin, leaning in from the left-hand side. That's the corner of Emile Griffith. On the other side, we have Don Fullmer, his manager, Marv Jensen, also the manager of Brother Gene, the World Boxing Association middleweight champion, is facing him. Trainer Angelo Curley leaning in from the left-hand side, and Eddie Brown from the right-hand side. Coming up to round 3, and the crowd is beginning to call for a little more action. Emile Griffith, the black trunks, Don Fullmer in white. Griffith is lunging in with those right hands to the body out of a low crouch and is leaving his head wide open. Left in this round. Don Fullmer, who usually doesn't maul, is doing quite a bit of it tonight. There's considerable feinting of opponents out of position in this bout. First one boy does it and then the other. Griffith connected with a good one that time. One minute to go in round 3. Fullmer, a good left hand in that exchange. Ten seconds to go in round 3. There's the bell. Coming up to round 4 at Madison Square Garden, Don Fullmer, West Jordan, Utah, the white trunks. Emile Griffith of New York City, formerly the Virgin Islands, in the black trunks. Griffith is starting to find Fullmer now. Griffith is forcing the action. Fullmer is seeking to counterpunch whenever he can. A little bit more than a minute to go in round 4 of a 10-rounder. Probably the best left hook so far by Griffith and Miller. Griffith is starting to crowd Fullmer a little bit more. Fullmer is cut on the chin with round 4 almost over. There's the bell ending round 4. And that had more action packed into it than the other 3 of what had been up